Welcome everyone. Today we are going to learn the basic core of any Node.js project or NPM package. So before going further, let me show you. Here I have opened a folder named Backend, and let's say I want to initialize an NPM project here directly. So I can simply open my terminal and I can simply initialize NPM using this command npm init. Now keep in mind that this command is applicable for any kind of operating system you are using, whether that is a Mac OS based operating system or Windows or Linux. This works exactly like this everywhere. All right, so npm init, and you see that it's telling me this utility will walk you through creating a package.json file. That is the sole purpose of today's video anyway. So it only covers the most common items and tries to gauge sensible defaults, obviously. And here they are providing us with some commands that we can use throughout the project. So now I need to provide the package name. So if I don't provide anything and simply hit the enter key, it would take my opened folder, this folder backend, this folder as the package name. So let's say I want to keep it as it is, so I can simply press the enter key. And version, yes, I want this is the initial version of this project, so I can simply hit the enter key. But obviously if you want to change the version name, you can obviously do that. Now here you see the version name. This version name contains three things, and don't worry, I'll talk through about them in another videos surely. So description, here I can provide any description of my project. So let me simply write a short description, demo Node.js project, and if I simply hit the enter key, it would save it. And entry point index.js it is. Test command, nothing for now. Git repository, nope, I don't want to initialize any Git repository here. Keywords, not. Author, let me simply put my name, and that is Muhammad Fahim bin Amin. License, let me take it MIT license. About to write these to the package.json file in my backend directory. And is this okay? Yes, it is okay. Voila. If I simply check the directory, you see that I have a new package.json file created here. And if I simply check it, I can simply open it in my Visual Studio Code, and you see this is the package.json file. Now look closely. You might have certain questions in your mind, like why npm init simply creates a package.json file instead of creating another file, or vice versa. Don't worry, let me make it super easy for you. So this package.json file is the center of any kind of Node.js project or any kind of npm package. All right, and it stores valuable information about our project. But the interesting fact is it consists of a single JSON object, and all kind of information is stored in that specific single JSON object. You see, all of these are enclosed in a single JSON object within these curly braces, within these two curly braces, right? So from here you can understand all of these, and whatever we can add and we want to add later, all of them would be consisted in this single JSON object. And all of the information you are seeing right here are stored in key value pairs. All right, so let's say name is the key and the value is backend. So key value pair, this is a key value pair. And let's look it differently. So version is the name and the, or you can say key here, and the value of version is 1.0.0. so this is the key, this is the value. So you see all of these here are stored as the key and value pairs. And here the fields require two fields, name and version. Name and version, these two fields are must for any kind of npm npm package or any kind of Node.js based project, but it is a good practice to provide additional information like description, scripts, author, license, and so on, and we will talk about those later. So here you see that I have created this package.json file by simply using npm init command, and when I use this specific command, it asks me several things. It wants me to provide several data in it. So it might become time consuming, especially for those time whenever you just want to create a simple basic bare bone boilerplate. So in that case, you can simply use the command npm init -y. -y simply specifies that it should take yes as the default command, or you can say default response from the user. All right, I will show you that right now. So let's say I am creating a different folder here and I'm naming it test, and I can simply open my terminal right here, and if I simply check the current working directory, it's in the backend folder. So let's say I'm simply going to the test directory. You see, this is the test directory, and here we have nothing yet. But let's say I want to initialize npm right here, so npm init, but this time I would provide additional option -y. That means yes, I want it to accept all of the prompts response from me as yes, and if I simply hit the enter key, it simply created the basic bare bone boilerplate for me, this package.json. You see, let me simply keep it side by side so that it makes much more sense. So this package.json file was generated using npm init -y, but this package.json file was generated by using npm init. So are you seeing any differences? Yes. Because here whenever we used npm init, we provided many data like the author's name and so on, but whenever we simply used npm init -y, we haven't specified any data into it, but as we have specified -y, so it generated all of the data it gets by default without even feeling any need to ask us, because we have already provided the accessibility to it by providing -y parameter in it. All right, so name, version, main, script, keyword, author, license, description, blah blah blah. Obviously you can change them, and we have to modify a lot of things, we have to understand a lot of things, and I would make sure to provide you those sequentially in later videos. So this is it for today. See you again.